Hello beauties, it's Jacinta from Posture Tonic and welcome to an abs and mobility Pilates flow. Today is all about moving our body through really beautiful feel-good movements whilst targeting deep into the inner and outer layers of your core and abdominals. So we're going to begin onto our mat, down in all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees shuffling underneath those hips. And we'll start by just dropping the chest, and in a big barrel we'll round through the spine. So in a big circular motion, just dropping the chest and then picking up that chest as we roll from right to left. And you might like to close your eyes down for this one and allow for your head to be really heavy. And let's reverse the directions. Getting a little press away through the hands as you lift the chest. Start to activate through the shoulders. Sinking into the shoulder blades as you drop your chest. Beautiful. Rolling through the head if that feels good. We've got one more here. And then we'll pause in between those two movements and find your neutral spine. Tuck your toes under, press into the hands and lift your knees off the mat just a few inches. Really wrap your ribs in so they're knitting together. And then from here, tapping one hand to the opposite knee and slowly placing that hand back down. So we tap one knee at a time, trying to maintain really steady hips here. So like we're balancing our morning coffee on the low back. Beautiful work. We'll do one more on each side. Both hands down, bring the knees wide and press back into a child's pose. Take a deep breath in, resting the forehead onto the mat. As you breathe out, start to ripple forward, shifting your weight through, passing through a cat stretch. We're gonna lower the hips all the way down, open up through the chest. Take a big inhale, tuck your toes under, use an exhale to pike the hips up towards the sky. Stay here as you press your heels down towards the mat and then shift your weight forward back into that child's pose. So reaching the arms forward, knees are wide, rest the forehead. Inhale. Exhale, shifting forward, rippling through, swan stretch, rolling the shoulders opened. On your next exhale, you're tucking the toes under, you're piking the hips up towards the sky, pressing the heels towards the ground. And we'll just do one more of these. So meeting back into your child's pose, breath in. Breath out, ripple through. Enjoying that stretch, opening up through the heart. And tucking your toes under, pike your hips up towards the sky. And let's just start to pedal out through the feet here. So bending one knee at a time. Pressing both heels down for me and we'll meet back into a plank position. Squeezing the core. Float your right foot off the floor, squeezing the entire leg. Keeping that leg hovered, we take a big step to the outside right hand, finding a deep lunge. Reach that right arm up to the sky, big breath in. And exhale, return back to your plank as you hover the right leg back behind you. Hold strong. Two more. Stepping the foot to the outside right hand, reaching up, big breath in. And I'm continuing to press that left hip forward to square to the top of the mat. Hand places back down, send the right leg back to stretch. One more here. Really tuck the hips under, enjoy that hip opener stretch. Reach up, take a gaze up to the sky. And then exhale, meet back into your plank. Now cross that right leg over the left, and we're just gonna rock our weight back and forward here. So shifting back, shifting forward as you scoop up through the belly. Beautiful, two more rocks. Last one. Place the foot back down, lower your knees, press back to child's pose. If you want a deeper stretch here, lift your hips and drop your chest for puppy pose. Take a big breath in And a soothing exhale. Shift forward back into your plank position and tucking the toes under. We go again to the other side. So lifting the left leg up, squeeze the entire leg, hold. Big step to the outside, left hand this time. Reach up, left arm to the sky. Breathe out, lock that core, send the left leg to stretch. 2 more, step it through. We're gliding the hips to the front of the mat, remember? And reaching up, hand back down, step back through to plank, hovering that leg. Last one, step it through and reach. Back to your plank, hold that left leg, cross it over the right. We rock back and forward. Really zip your ribs together, spread your fingertips, puffing up through the chest. Last rock. And lower the knees down. Just roll out your wrists here. Well done. We're gonna come into an abdominal series, laying onto your back here now. Stretching the arms and legs long overhead. Big breath in. And then from this position, we're just gonna bend your right foot, your knee, so your right foot is onto the mat. Take an inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Nod your chin towards your chest. We're gonna peel ourselves all the way up, rolling over that right leg to sit tall at the top. Once you get here, scooping back through the abs, dropping through that lowest ribs, then the middle, then the upper to lay all the way down. Reach the arms back. Again, breath in, sweep the arms. Exhale to curl up and over that right thigh. Sitting up tall, up out of your hips. All right, you're either gonna stay there. If you need to modify, of course, you can use the back of the leg to roll yourself up and down. If you'd like to add on, continue to roll all the way up and we'll meet at the top. So we'll be here. Take your left hand to the mat behind you. Press the hips up to the sky as you push down into this right foot. Reaching that top arm up for a nice hip opener stretch. Gently lowering the hips all the way back down to the mat. Reach the arms to shoulder height and roll the spine sequentially all the way down onto the mat. Gorgeous, let's keep going. Inhale, reach. Exhale, roll over the leg. And you have that option to add on. Moving into that hip lift. Pushing into my right heel to drive the hips up. You can drop your head for a beautiful stretch and then gliding the hips down nice and controlled to scoop and roll down bone by bone. Beautiful, make this one your last one. Big stretch up and over and meet me at the top here. And then from this position, we're just gonna turn it into a side plank, stacking that top foot on top of the bottom and holding nice and strong for 10. You can float the top leg up if you wish. I'm just gonna move back onto my mat. And if you want to progress, top leg is floating. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, bend that top knee and place the foot down behind, lowering the hips down to the ground. Drop onto that left forearm and let's lift that inside leg up to tap the top hand, gently lower the leg. Connect the top leg to squeeze the inner thighs together, back to that first lift. Hold the leg hovered and tap the top leg. Breathe out, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, zip. Inhale. Beautiful. Turning the toes outwards. Feeling through the adductors. Nice, we're gonna go one more and then we'll hold the legs together. Lower down, extend the top leg and hold. Turn onto your hips just a little bit and start to flutter your legs up about halfway. Find where it's challenging for the core. If it's too low, you might take it into your back. If it's too high, it might feel too easy. So find where your challenge is. Lowering those legs and then lifting them up slightly. You find that sweet spot. Breathe, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees and let's roll all the way onto that left side, reaching the arms out in front of you for a big book opener stretch. We're gonna take a big circle with that top arm up and around. Big breath in. Use that top arm to press into the mat. We'll lift up and square the shoulders for a beautiful spine twist. Good, slowly lower all the way down. We'll just do 2 more of those. Big circle, taking your gaze to follow that hand. Bring the hand to the mat, press the mat away, square the shoulders. Nice. Let's take one more now. Pressing the mat last time. You might like to hold and extend that right leg out as we lift the chest. Beautiful work. Lower all the way down onto your mat. Extend your arms and legs long and take a deep breath in. Slide that left foot to flatten onto the mat. Take an inhale, reach both arms to the sky. Begin to peel up bone by bone. We start to roll over that left thigh. You sit gorgeously tall at the top to then roll back down, vertebra by vertebra. Breathing in, chin to chest, dropping ribs towards hips, curl and roll all the way up. Good, rolling yourself all the way down. We will add on for the next rep if you'd like to progress. Otherwise, continue here. So we're all going to roll up with or without the assistance of that leg. And once you come here, right arm to the floor behind you, we lift the hips up, dropping the head if you like, squeezing into the glutes to lift the hips. Gracefully lowering the hips down, square to the front of the mat, and roll back down through your spine. I'll cue you through once more. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, roll, roll, roll. Right hand to the mat. I'm pushing into my left foot to lift the hips up. Slowly lowering back down and roll through the spine. So keep going, you've got 2 more here. Beautiful. I'm just going to roll around to the other side so that you can see me for the next one. So we've got 1 more together now. Good. You're going to meet me at the top and hold it here. I'm going to shuffle up a little bit more. Hold it here. And then let's transition to that side plank, top foot lifting to hover or resting. We've got 10 seconds. Draw the navel towards your spine, holding solid. The wobbles are expected. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that bottom leg or back leg. We lower all the way down, slide onto your right elbow. Let's take that lift up through that bottom leg and hold the leg hovered. Send the top leg to stretch. And again, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, connect the legs, inhale, return. Remember to keep the toes slightly turned out. Good, let's do one more. And meeting with that top leg to hover, roll a little bit onto the glutes, just a tad, and we start to flutter the legs, finding that sweet spot. Pedal the feet out and breathe, relaxing through the collarbones, the face is smiling, give it to me. We're pedaling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, roll all the way onto your right side, stacking the arms one on top of the other, big circle. Bringing that top arm or hand to the floor, push into it and square the shoulders. 2 more, melting all the way down, big circle. Your head can turn to face the moving hand, it feels really good. Find that twist. And last one. And you're gonna hold yourself up here just for a little bit longer. You might like to extend that top leg and breathe. Beautiful. Roll yourself all the way down onto the back. We're just gonna finish with one more ab exercise now. So floating those legs to tabletop one at a time. Take your arms out to a cactus or straight out letter T if you have space. All right, we're gonna squeeze the knees and ankles together, drop the ribs down so they're connected, and let's take the knees off to the right side for a pendulum. Extend the top leg, bring your knees back through to center, over to the left. Send the legs over, hold, stretch the top leg, back to tabletop, and draw back to center. So trying to take the legs over as far as you can. We're trying to keep both shoulder blades flat onto the mat, so therefore just one hip will lift. Good, really take that range a little deeper so we can work through the waist. Again, I'm gluing the shoulder blades to the mat. One more on each side. Up and over to the other side. We're gonna meet with those legs back through to center, arms down by your side, lift and roll the hips towards you. Bring your knees towards your forehead as far as you can, and slowly roll all the way back down through the spine. And let's lower the legs down halfway. Exhale, lift. So again, roll the hips towards you, knees coming over your head, feeling that flexion through the spine, and then melt each bone down one at a time. And we're toe tapping, only as far down as you can to maintain your abdominal connection. Let's do 3 more. Good, controlling on the way down, down, down. And we've got one more now. Lifting the hips, rounding the spine as much as possible, really winding up that nerve. It should feel delicious. And then we'll hit those abs with a double toe tap. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Big hug and a little rock from side to side. Let's roll ourselves all the way up. We're gonna finish with a mermaid stretch, and then you are all done. So let's cross those legs, reach your left arm up to the sky, and a big side bend over to the side. Pressing the mat away, reaching the right arm up, over, melting the opposite hip down. Returning back through to center, big inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Connecting your hands towards your heart and breathe out. Well done, beauties. That was your abs and mobility Pilates flow. So I hope that you enjoyed and that your body feels really well stretched and connected. Please let me know by commenting in the comment section down below how you got on. I love to read every single comment. My name is Jacinta from Posture Tonic. I'd like to quickly shout out to my incredible growing members here. What great support I have. I really truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to support, you could join my memberships or simply liking this video and subscribing. This truly does help as well. If you'd like to join or know more about the Power Pilates Challenge that we just finished, please see in the description box down below and you can click through and begin your 20 classes over 4 weeks. It was a strong one. That's it, guys, and I'll see you back here for more workouts really soon.